Hi, everyone. I'm Sandra Levy. I'm Senior Editor of Drugstore News. Today, we're speaking with Dr. David Fairchild. He's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of Retail Health at CVS Health. Hi, Dr. Fairchild. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Well, hi, Sandy. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure. We're speaking about a very important topic. So let's get started. With the rise of nicotine pouches and the popularity of e-cigarettes among the younger generations, parents are understandably concerned about how these nicotine products are impacting their children's health. So to tackle this problem, CVS Health, along with Harris Poll, conducted a survey among 512 parents of teens and young adults ages 13 to 28 and 503 Gen Z young adults ages 18 to 28. So can you tell us, what are some of the latest nicotine use trends that you're seeing?
Well, thank you. It's such an important question, so thank you for having me on again. As you said, we recently conducted this survey of Gen Z and young adults 18 to 28 to understand current nicotine use in the United States. As we think about that, it's important to remember that tobacco product use is still very much prevalent in the United States as well. So in this survey, 87% of Gen Z and young adults said there's currently a teen nicotine use epidemic in the United States. And we found that 77% of Gen Z and young adult nicotine users are currently using e-cigarettes or vapes, and nearly half, believe it or not, are still reporting using cigarettes. So still a significant problem. And half of them, the respondents of this survey, said that teens not believing that nicotine use is harmful is in itself a challenge to quitting smoking. So sort of a lack of awareness. And as we know, nicotine is in all tobacco products, and it's in most e-cigarettes and vaping products. And nicotine is highly addictive, has serious potential health problems, especially for young people. So it's super important for individuals who are using either tobacco or nicotine products to understand the risks and to develop a plan to stop. And the good news is that quitting is possible. It takes support and counseling. I think, the average person takes about 7 quit attempts to quit. So not easy, but that's where CVS Health and other drugstores are available to help with products and services. And we certainly at CVS Health have been very active in this space and very invested in the health of our communities, especially related to quitting tobacco use.
Well, that's a great segue to my next question. So what did the survey identify as the biggest challenge for Gen Z and young adults when trying to quit using nicotine? What are they facing?
Wow, this was really interesting to me, the results here. So according to our survey, Gen Z and young adults said the biggest challenges teens face when trying to quit using nicotine include the following things. About 2/3 said that stress, anxiety, and mental health struggles were big. 66% said nicotine addiction and withdrawal symptoms were a big challenge. And 58% said lack of motivation or desire to quit. And additionally, about half, 49% of the survey respondents said that they believe that easy access to purchase nicotine products is another challenge, so just availability. And in relation to this access to tobacco products, CVS Pharmacy has had a significant role in disrupting access to those products. As you know, a decade ago, in 2014, CVS made the bold decision to stop selling all cigarette and tobacco products in the stores. And in the year after that decision was made, there were 100 million fewer packs of cigarettes sold in the United States. So really important, I think, public health impact. And since that day, CVS continues to not sell cigarettes, not sell vapes or e-cigarettes or nicotine pouches. We do sell nicotine replacement products, but these are used, as you know, to help people with their nicotine cravings so that they can quit smoking.
Yes, I remember actually reporting 10 years ago about that you stopped selling cigarettes and nicotine. But I'd love to ask, how is the use of nicotine affecting the mental health of the young adults today?
Well, this is a great question. And again, going back to our survey, the results were kind of very interesting. So 85% of Gen Z and young adults said they believe that teens who use nicotine are more likely to experience anxiety or depression. And interestingly, 84% of parents of teens and young adults aged 13 to 28 said the same thing. So, exactly how nicotine affects mental health. I'm not a mental health expert, but uh, I do know, and I think most medical societies advise against young people using nicotine products because it is so highly addictive. And again, there is some evidence that it can be, harmful to the developing brain of young people. So again, understanding the risks of tobacco or nicotine and developing a plan to stop, we believe is very important to overall health. And if someone does stop smoking, they can add up to 10 years to their lifespan compared to someone who continues to smoke. And that's according to a study that was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. So good reason to consider quitting.
Now, that's excellent. But what did the survey reveal some of the misconceptions that the Gen Z and young adults have about the dangers of the products? Are they aware that these products are dangerous and that there are cessation products out there?
Well, that's exactly the problem. I think there really is a lack of awareness, and our survey findings supported that. So, and to your point, raising awareness about the dangers of nicotine, I think is going to be key to helping people quit smoking and vaping. So, some of the highlights from our survey were that nearly one third, so about 32% of Gen Z and young adults, were unaware that tobacco still is the leading cause of preventable disease and death in the United States. And 24% of survey respondents said they believe that smoking cessation programs are only offered at hospitals or doctor's office. And a full 50% of that same group did not even know what a smoking cessation program was. So, clearly there's an awareness gap. So it's important for people to know where to turn for help when quitting. For example, at Minute Clinics, the medical clinics inside some of our CVS stores, we offer both smoking and vaping cessation programs. Minute Clinic nurse practitioners provide coaching and access to medications, and we do so both in person and virtually. And through our stores and through most drugstores and online at cvs.com, people can access smoking cessation products, gums, lozenges, to help them curb their nicotine products. And we do have a website that I think has got a lot of information, cvshealth.com/tobacco, where people can go to find additional support for accessing services and resources related to quitting.
So you seem optimistic. That would be my final question. Are you optimistic that the future will see less people smoking, more looking for nicotine patches? You think there'll be a change of heart?
Well, it's a great question, and certainly as a primary care physician, I feel in my heart that I hope that people will take this seriously. But it is concerning, especially the increase in use in vaping and e-cigarette use amongst young people, and the lack of awareness that our survey pointed out. I do believe, just like we've seen a decrease in the amount of tobacco use, smoking in the United States, because of the awareness campaigns, I'm hopeful that will eventually come to pass for vaping and e-cigarettes as well. So that's why CVS Health has multiple consumer touch points to help people, during every step of their quitting journey. Accessing gums and lozenges and other smoking cessation products can be done at CVS pharmacy stores, just like most drugstores around the country, or at cvs.com. And as I mentioned, our Minute Clinics, the clinics inside some of our CVS stores, they offer smoking cessation and vaping cessation programs. So those tailored to young people to help them quit in their quit process. And one of the benefits of counseling is that if somebody does access medication and counseling, they can double their chances of quitting. So it's really helpful and important to get access to support.
Well, that's important and exciting. I really appreciate you taking the time to share all of your advice. I hope you'll come back again and speak again about another topic.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's such an important topic, and thank you for having me on.